My beloved child, stop now while your soul can still hear my voice. You have fought the night as if it were an enemy, as if darkness meant you must defend yourself against every memory and forecast. I see you, thoughts sprinting in circles, chest held tight as if bracing for impact, replaying conversations until the words fray and tangle, fearing tomorrow's demands before the sun has even risen, feeling a heaviness you cannot name pressing down like weather. I have drawn near to interrupt that momentum, not to condemn you, but to draw you back under the shelter of my voice. Listen, you do not need to win another internal debate. Your mind does not need another argument. It needs my word laid over you, again and again, until peace returns and stands guard where you have been standing watch alone. You are not meant to police the borders of your own thoughts all night. Let my peace keep the vigil. Let my voice be the ceiling above you, the floor beneath you, the wall at your back, the one who watches while you sleep. Stop fighting the night. I made this span of hours to reweave what the day unraveled. I give rest to, my beloved, not as a prize for your performance, but as a covenant gift from my hand. Tonight I am opening a brief sacred span so you may come under my covering instead of your own control. Do not try to finish one more thought or solve one more variable. Return to me while your soul can still hear. Lay down, my child. Loosen your jaw. It has carried words you were never asked to carry past midnight. Let your shoulders melt toward the bed. They are not an altar for the world's weight. Uncurl your hands. Release the invisible grip around outcomes you cannot hold. Breathe with me. Slow in, slower out, like a tide, learning again the shoreline of trust. You are safe with me. I am nearer than your breath, present in this room, attentive to every flutter of your heart. You are not unsupervised in the dark. You are watched and wanted, kept and known. I know the reels that play, the comment you wish you had said differently, the silence you think someone misread, the calendar squares stacking into a tower you fear will fall. I know the shadows that creep in, the unnamed dread, the what-if storms, the verdicts you pronounce on yourself when no one is watching. Hear me, I am not waiting for you to tidy any of this before I come closer. I come closer to still it. My peace does not demand your striving, it replaces it. My word does not ask you to outthink fear, it speaks and fear loses its script. This is why I have prepared this night, an unhurried stream of my scriptures, repeated like waves on a shore, so your nervous system can unlearn panic and your spirit can anchor without effort. You do not need to perform to receive this. Do not force yourself into rest, like a door you are trying to break down. Let the hinges of your soul swing open to me because I stand here and I am kind. As you listen, I will speak the same truths again and again until the noise kneels. Repetition is not failure, it is how peace becomes a habit. I will not tire of telling you the same promises. Waves do not apologize for coming, they keep coming until even stone is softened. My child, come under my voice. Not the scattered voices of the day, not the accusations of memory, not the forecasts that pretend to be wisdom. My voice, I am your shepherd. I lead you beside still waters and make you lie down where safety is not a wish but a reality under my watch. I do not ask you to secure the perimeter of your life before you rest. I secure it, and I invite you to lie down within the boundaries of my care. My peace surpasses the understanding that keeps trying to calculate threats. Let it surpass you now and stand guard over your heart and mind as you sleep. If you feel the urge to get up, to check, to count, to plan, bring that impulse beneath my authority. Say with your breath, I come under your voice. With every exhale, release a little more of what is not yours to hold. With every inhale, receive a little more of what I am pouring, calm, clarity, nearness. You are not failing because the thoughts still come. You are being trained to let them pass under my word like leaves carried by a river that does not strain to move. I am here, and I am not in a hurry. Let the night be what I designed it to be for you, a sanctuary where I keep watch, and you learn again how to be kept. Resist the reflex to wrestle. Yield to the rhythm I am setting. Hear, receive, rest. Tonight, and again tomorrow night, and the next, until peace is not a guest but your default. This begins now, while your soul can still hear. Come under my voice. Before the scriptures begin to wash over you, my child, lay down the armor you have been wearing. I see it subtle, heavy, welded by long days and longer nights. The helmet of constant scanning, the shield of what-if calculations, the breastplate of braced for impact. The boots of hurry laced tight to outrun dread. It served you when you felt threatened. You learned to scan for danger, to pre-rehearse outcomes, to grip the reins of everything you could reach. But hear me, what helps you survive a storm will exhaust you in a sanctuary. You are not in the open field tonight, you are under my roof. Let what protected you in danger not imprison you in rest. This is not a rebuke that shames you, not because you are weak, but because you have been carrying what I never assigned. I know why you reached for control. It felt like the only stable thing when the world tilted. I do not blame you for desiring safety. I designed you for safety in me, but control is a counterfeit shelter. It asks you to keep vigil without end. My covering is a covenant. It asks you to let me keep vigil while you breathe and remember you are mine. So listen and follow me gently. Unclench your jaw. It has guarded words that are no longer needed at this hour. Soften your shoulders and let them lower from the exile of tension. Uncurl your fists. You are not on trial tonight, and there is nothing to prove or defend in my presence. Loosen your stomach. Let it stop bracing for impact that will not come while I keep watch. Let your tongue rest from pressing against the roof of your mouth. You have tried to hold too much inside. Sink into the bed I have provided. Let it hold you as the earth I fashioned has held generations before you. Feel the permission I give you now. Release. This is not negligence. This is alignment with my design for night. I am not condemning you. I am drawing you close. I am not asking you to explain your worry. I am inviting you to hand it over. You do not need a perfect prayer to qualify for my peace. A whisper will do. A sigh will do. Even the tears that come when your guard lowers, I collect them, not as evidence against you, but as offerings I will turn into strength. You are not failing me by being tired. You are hearing me while you are tired, and that is a holy thing. Before we continue, choose a small act of agreement. If this river of my word will be your refuge night after night, subscribe to this nightly rest so your soul remembers to return. Share this with the one who cannot sleep, the one you carry in your heart when you stare at the ceiling, and type out this simple declaration. Let your mouth lead your mind. Tonight, I rest under God's word. Let that sentence become a doorway you step through now. Come, set down each piece you have been wearing. Lay down the visor of hypervigilance that narrows your view to the next threat. Lay down the clipboard of mental audits tallying every misstep. Lay down the keys you keep clutching to rooms you cannot enter tonight. Tomorrow's conversations, tomorrow's provisions, tomorrow's reactions. Those are not tonight's assignments. Those are in my hands and mine alone. I am not asking you to abandon wisdom. I am asking you to stop rehearsing battles that do not belong to this hour. I made night to narrow your focus to one thing, being kept. Hear me. I, not you, am the wall around your thoughts tonight. I, not you, am the sentry at the gate. Peace does not come when your vigilance finally wins. Peace comes when you let my vigilance replace yours. Let me stand watch while you lie down. Let my word be the blanket over your mind. My presence, the weight that calms your nervous system like a hand resting steadily on your back. Breathe with me. Inhale and receive that I am near. Exhale and release what was never yours to secure. With every breath, trade the armor of control for the mantle of my covering. The armor you forged out of fear was heavy and always on edge. The covering I place on you is light, steady, and warm with love. It does not make you vulnerable to harm. It makes you available to receive. Under it, your heart is not conscripted for war. It is invited to heal. Look at me, not the horizon. Your eyes have learned to search for danger in every corner. Now let them rest on a single truth. I am here. This room is not empty of protection. The unseen realm is not indifferent to your need. I have ordered goodness and mercy to follow you all the days of your life, and they do not clock out when the sun goes down. I give my beloved sleep. I give you sleep not as escape, but as restoration. Rest is not avoidance. It is obedience to my design. If a thought tries to prove its urgency, bless it and let it pass beneath the surface of my word. You are not its judge tonight. You are my child being held. If a memory rises like a witness accusing you, remember, you are not on trial tonight. The case is not open. The gavel has fallen on the side of mercy. I have already judged you worth the cost of first, my love, and I do not second-guess my own verdict in the dark. My child, you have stood long on your feet in battles I never asked you to fight alone. Now come off the field, turn in the gear, receive the robe of belonging. I am opening a brief sacred span in which the habit of your heart can change. Do not wait for feeling to approve this. Let your choice lead your feeling, and let my spirit steady your choice. Lay down the armor, take my covering, and be still under me. When you are settled, I will begin to speak the same truths again and again like waves. You will not have to hold them up, they will hold you. Let the transfer happen now, from your grip to my keeping, from your scan to my watch, from your effort to my everlasting arms. Rest comes when you stop guarding yourself and accept that I am guarding you. Tonight, that is your only assignment. Be kept. My child, hear me. What you are feeling is not random. The sudden rushes, the looping replays, the alarms that sound without a visible threat, these are not mere quirks of your chemistry. Some things are refined attacks meant to cover up my voice, especially at night when the room grows quiet and your defenses grow tired. You think you are merely unstable, but in truth, you are standing in the middle of a spiritual battlefield for your attention. The enemy knows that if he can claim your focus, he can drain your strength, muddy your discernment, and make the night feel like a verdict against your peace. I am uncovering this not to frighten you, but to free you. Clarity is part of your covering. I see how silence can amplify what was left unprocessed by the day. The grief that did not find words, the fear that stayed polite while you were busy, the needs you labeled later until later became the dark. In the quiet, these rise like tides because the soul, like the sea, has a rhythm that refuses to be permanently dammed. Do not mistake this rising for chaos. It is information. The enemy exploits fatigue to misinterpret that information, to take what is surfacing for healing and spin it into accusation, dread, and endless self-audit. He aims to turn a night of restoration into a courtroom where you are both defendant and judge, pacing the floor as if you could sentence yourself into safety. My child, learn the difference between my conviction and the accuser's voice. Conviction is a clean, narrow beam. It names what is real and leads you straight home. It does not circle you with shame. It points you to me with a step you can take, and then it settles you in peace under my mercy. Conviction says, come closer. Here is the door. Walk with me. Accusation is a fog that never resolves. It is vague, heavy, and incessant. It offers no door, only dead ends. It repeats, you always, you never, until you are dizzy with generalities and brace to keep watch for every imagined failure. Conviction ends in rest. Accusation ends in vigilance. Hear me. I do not call you into vigilance against yourself. I call you into watchfulness with me, not suspicion against your own soul. You are not on trial tonight. I have told you this already, and I say it again because the courtroom keeps trying to reopen in the silence. The gavel has already fallen on the side of mercy. The adversary tries, especially when you are tired, to file motions after hours, to submit new evidence out of context, to whisper that the case remains undecided. It is a lie. I have closed the case and opened a bed. I have dismissed the jury and assigned angels to stand watch. The only verdict you must rehearse now is the one I spoke with. My own life. You are mine. Remember this and let it steady your breath. I watch over you. I neither slumber nor sleep. Even now, while lids grow heavy and your body softens into the keeping of the night, I am fully awake. I am not delegating your safety to your willpower. I am not asking you to patrol the edges of your mind. I am not asleep to the triggers that ambush you when the lights go out. I am the light that does not go out. I am the wall of fire around you and the glory within. My beloved child, you can stop rehearsing proofs of danger because my vigilance is not a theory, it is your present environment. Do not be surprised if, when you release control, the first sensation is noise. The enemy will sometimes surge when you unhook from striving, throwing last-minute sparks to lure you back into the habit of self-protection. But sparks do not change the weather. The storm has already passed over my shoulders. When noise swells, do not grip it. Let it pass under the surface of my word. When memories press, do not argue. Let them be carried by the river I am releasing. When your body remembers old alarms, bless it for trying to keep you safe. Then bring it under my authority with this truth. You are safe because I am here. Know this also. The warfare is not against your intelligence or your capacity. It is against your attention. The enemy does not need you to agree with his lies in principle. He only needs you to keep turning your head toward them. But I designed you to live by beholding. What you behold, you become attuned to. What you attend to, you begin to carry. Attend to me, and you will carry peace. Attend to accusation, and you will carry a courtroom in your chest. Tonight, I am recalibrating your attention. This is a brief sacred span where the axis can tilt back to the true north of my voice. Listen to me, and let this settle deep. You do not need to win against thoughts. You need to return them, bring them captive, not by force, but by reference to who I am. I am the shepherd who keeps watch by night. I set a table before you in the presence of what once terrified you. I anoint your head with oil that confounds the grip of fear, and your cup can run over even while dusk spreads. Your mind is not defective because it races. It is weary because it has been conscripted into battles that belong to me. I relieve your mind of that conscription now. Stand down, beloved. Be under my command and feel the difference. Peace that guards instead of panic that demands you guard yourself. This is why I have prepared a river for you, scripture upon scripture, not to impress you but to immerse you. Your racing mind is often a fight for your focus. My word will reclaim it. As waves repeat on a shore until stone turns smooth, so will the repetition of truth smooth the edges of anxiety and open the channels of trust. You will not have to hold these words up. They will hold you. You will not have to force sleep. Peace will make room for it. Now let my word do what your willpower cannot do. Lie still under my vigilance. Breathe with me as I begin to speak. I am here, awake, guarding. You are mine, and this night is not random, it is redeemed. My child, here is the first wave. I post my peace at the door of your mind like a faithful guard. I station it at the threshold between your waking worry and your sleeping soul. You have staffed that post with your own vigilance for too long. Now step back. Let my peace put on the uniform and take the watch. I am not asking you to screen every thought that approaches. I am assigning peace to do that work so you may lie down without dread. My peace is not fragile. It does not blink. It is not paid by your effort. It is mine, and I give it to you. Bring me everything, what aches, what loops, what tries to move the hands of the clock. Place it all in my hands with your breath, and I will answer you with something you cannot manufacture. Peace that surpasses your understanding. Not because understanding is bad, but because understanding, at night, tries to outrun shadows. Peace does not run, it stands. It stands guard over your heart and over your mind in me. See it now, posted at your gate. Thoughts approach, but they must present themselves to peace first. Accusation knocks. Peace asks for identification and sends it away. Tomorrow's weight attempts to enter. Peace reminds it that the hour is closed and refuses entry. You do not need to argue with what I have declined. I keep in perfect peace the one whose mind is stayed on me, because trust fastens you to my steadiness. Staying on me is not straining. Staying is resting your gaze, returning your attention whenever it wanders, like a child leaning back into a steady chest. Be still and know that I am God. Stillness is not empty, it is filled with the knowledge that I am here. Stillness does not demand that you fix yourself. It allows me to be who I am without your interruptions. Let your eyes close, even if thoughts still flicker behind them, and choose to stay your mind on me. I remain when flickers fade. My child, my peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you, not as the world gives, conditional, temporary, performance-based, but as a gift from my hand that does not retract when you drift or forget the words. Do not let your heart be troubled. Do not be afraid. I am not telling your heart to toughen. I am telling it to soften under my hand. I calm storms with a word. I do not ask them to behave themselves first. Let the hush of my presence spread across this room and across the waters within you. Troubling winds will test the latch. My peace has barred the door. Now breathe with me. Slow in, slower out. With the inhale, receive. My peace is here. With the exhale, release. I do not have to guard myself tonight. Again inhale, I am with you. Exhale, I lay down my watch. Feel the transfer. You are not being irresponsible. You are being obedient to my design. Night is the shift change. You clock out. My peace clocks in. Repeat it with me until the reflex relearns. Peace, stand at the gate. Peace, take the night watch. Peace, be the wall around my thoughts. Peace, be the quiet in my chest. Peace, be the hush over my room. Peace, be the calm in my breath. If you drift in and out, do not scold yourself. Hear me well. You do not have to stay alert for my word to work. Seeds sprout while the farmer sleeps. I knit bones and dreams in the dark where no eye supervises. I guard you when consciousness lets go. Let drowsiness take you like a tide. My peace does not recede when you stop paying attention, it keeps its post. If you awaken and feel for me, you will find that peace did not leave you to handle the night alone. It is patient. It does not resent your humanity. It was sent for your humanity. Lie down and sleep in safety, for I alone make you dwell secure. Not because every scenario is accounted for, but because I am here. I am the shepherd who leads you beside still waters. Hear them now in your breath. I restore your soul. Even if you walk through the valley of the shadow, you will fear no evil, for I am with you. My rod and my staff, they comfort you. My comfort is not a concept. It is a presence that alters the environment. It lowers the volume of alarms. It changes the lighting in the room you carry inside. Let it change your room now. Look with the inner eye I gave you. I stand a guard at your door named Peace. Place the keys of the night into his hand. You do not have to check the locks again and again. Peace checks them once and posts itself there. You do not have to keep peeking out the window of what if. Peace draws the curtains and says kindly, sleep. Let every thought, sensation, and memory line up before this sentry. Peace will say, enter, to gratitude, and wait, to analysis, and not tonight, to dread. Nothing unfiltered will pass. You are not abandoning wisdom. You are letting wisdom watch for you. My child, let your body hear this truth and respond. Jaw soft, shoulders lowered, hands open, belly loose, tongue quiet, breath slow. I am singing over you with songs of deliverance. I surround you with my love as with a shield. Not a brittle shield that shatters, but a living one that breathes and flexes with your frame. Under it, your nervous system remembers safety. Under it, your heart rate steadies. Under it, the scan for danger releases you back to the present where I am waiting with kindness. Do not ask peace to hurry. Waves do not hurry. They arrive, withdraw, and arrive again, faithful as a pulse. Every arrival cleans another edge. Every withdrawal leaves you a little more at rest. Do not measure your progress by how fast the night passes. Measure it by how often you return your gaze to me. I am not grading your attention span. I am guarding your attention span with peace. When a loop tries to start, where did I go wrong? What if tomorrow breaks? How will I manage? Let peace raise its hand and answer, not now. The loop does not need resolution. It needs a boundary. Peace gives you that boundary without harshness. I am here, and I am not in a hurry. As peace settles and makes its home at your threshold, I begin to untangle the loops that have tied themselves around your thoughts, not by tearing, but by loosening. Not by force, but by warmth. Knots yield to patience. Circles open when held, not when chased. This is the first wave. Peace posted as a guard so you do not have to stand watch. Trust the watch I have set. Let your part be this small and holy thing. Lean back, listen to the repetition, breathe, and rest. I am awake. My peace is on duty. You are covered. My child, now that peace stands at the gate, listen to the second wave. When a thought spirals, you are not to wrestle it by force, as if strength of grip were holiness. You are to return it softly, steadily to what is true in me. Do not strike your mind. Do not argue with echoes. Do not accuse yourself for the noise that tries to rise. Let tenderness be your tactic. Let reorientation be your courage. Come back to me, my child. Intrusive thoughts are not your identity. They are not prophecies. They are not verdicts. They are trains that pass through a station that belongs to me, and you are not obliged to board. They can be resisted without panic and replaced without violence. You do not need to prove your purity by never having a stray idea. You are learning to shepherd attention in a battlefield that aims to scatter it. Handle your mind the way I handle you, firm, yes, but first, gentle. Bring the thought to me as a bird caught in a net, not as an enemy to be beaten. Come back to me, my child. I have said that you take every thought captive to the obedience of Christ. Hear the meaning in my mouth, not dragged in chains under condemnation, but escorted into the light where it loses its disguises. You carry it to the one who already triumphed, and there it bows. You do not slap it into silence. You lead it to my feet and say, "This belongs under your authority." I answer you with peace. I answer you with order restored. Come back to me, my child. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Renewal is not a sprint. It is living water flowing over dry ground. until green returns. Night after night, truth soaks the soil and changes what grows. Where rumination once sprouted like thorns, discernment will take root. Where compulsive planning drained you, trust will bear fruit in its season. Do not stare at the field demanding instant harvest. Receive the rain I am sending and let it work while you sleep. Come back to me, my child. Whatever is true, honorable, just, pure, lovely, and of good report, set your mind there. Let this be the filter peace holds at the door. Is it true? Is it kind? Is it clean of accusation? Does it nourish? If not, peace says, not tonight, and you agree by returning your gaze. Let gratitude enter, let beauty enter, let my promises enter. Let analysis wait its turn, let dread be dismissed. You do not finish every thought, you decide which ones may reside with you. Come back to me, my child. If you lack wisdom, and tonight you do not need to pretend you are sufficient, ask of me. I give generously without shaming your asking. You say, Father, this thought is loud. What do? I give you a next right step as simple as a breath, as small as a sentence of truth, as gentle as turning your cheek toward my light. Wisdom does not arrive as panic. It arrives as clarity that softens your jaw and lengthens your exhale. You will sense it by the peace that accompanies it. Come back to me, my child. Practice this, returning with words that fit in your breath. On the inhale, you are here. On the exhale, I return this thought to you. On the inhale, your truth anchors me. On the exhale, I release this spiral. Tuck simple scriptures within the rhythm. Be still and know that you are God. Your peace guards my heart and mind. Your word is a lamp to my feet. Say them gently, not as incantations to control me, but as pathways for your attention to follow back to me. Come back to me, my child. When a catastrophic story begins to unroll, do not watch the whole film. Pause the scene and hand me the reel. Say, not for the night. You hold tomorrow. I receive it and give you rest for this hour. When a shame-colored memory surfaces, do not cross-examine yourself. Wrap it in the mercy I already poured out and lay it on the altar of grace. When a compulsion to micromanage arrives, label it with kindness, a habit, not a necessity, and let peace escort it to the door. Your refusal to entertain is not denial, it is allegiance to me. Come back to me, my child. Understand this. Thought capture is an act of belonging, not self-punishment. You bring the strays home because the flock is mine, and I am the shepherd. You do not chase every bleat into the thicket. You call with my voice, and what is meant to stay returns. If a thought keeps running, you do not sprint after it breathless. You anchor yourself in truth and let it tire in the field while you rest by the well. My voice gathers. It does not harass. My staff guides. It does not bruise. Come back to me, my child. Let me give you simple anchors now. I am with you. I am for you. I am enough for the questions you cannot close tonight. I keep what you entrust. I send wisdom in the morning. I place boundaries around your mind that do not depend on your stamina. If the spiral tries to pull you, touch these anchors again with your thoughts, as if your fingers touched rosary beads of truth. You are returning, not striving. You are aligning, not performing. Come back to me, my child, and hear this with relief. You are not your thoughts, you are mine. When the mind attempts to define you by its weather, answer it with identity secured in me. Weather changes, covenant does not. The passing pattern is not the person. I name you beloved, I call you chosen. I keep you even when your mental sky is overcast. The more you return, the quicker the clouds thin. The more you abide, the less the gusts dictate your direction. Come back to me, my child. Now I quiet the fear beneath the thoughts. The spirals lose their fuel when love fills the room. You have returned the stray ideas. Now receive the presence that dislodges dread. I am drawing near not to scrutinize you, but to embrace you. I do not leave you to manage storms with better techniques. I step into the boat and say, peace, be still, to the waters that frighten you. My love is here, and fear cannot share the same bed. Breathe, lean, stay under my voice as the next wave arrives. My child, listen to me. I am with you in this room. You are not alone with your mind. I am not far, waiting for you to perform peace before I approach. I am near, love in person, seated at the edge of your bed, leaning over the storm you feel, speaking softly and steady. Fear diminishes when presence is perceived, and I am present. Let your breathing slow. Let your body believe what your spirit knows. Inhale, as if you are receiving warmth. Exhale, as if you are releasing a stone you were never meant to clutch. My love is not an idea. It is a living, covering, spreading now over your skin, your thoughts, your sleeping hours. Perfect love drives out fear, and I do not send love from a distance like a letter in the mail. I enter, I fill, I stay. I prepare a table for you in the presence of what once hunted you. There is oil on your head and a cup that refuses to empty just because the night arrived. Do you feel the quieting? That is not you managing, that is me occupying. Fear cannot share the same bed with love. It has to rise and go because the room has a new owner. My beloved child, receive what is already here. I am with you. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. Do not look anxiously about you, for I am your God. Hear this as I breathe it over you. I strengthen you, I help you, I uphold you with my righteous right hand. You do not need to negotiate with shadows when the hand that formed the morning holds you. Be strong and courageous, not because you grit your teeth, but because I do not leave you or forsake you. Courage is not your personality type. Courage is what rises when love is recognized. Let your nervous system hear the gospel of my nearness. Shoulders release downward, tongue rests from pressing, brow smooths, breath lengthens. You are safe in me. The night is not your enemy. The night is the canvas where my love paints quiet across your inner sky. Even though you walk through the valley of the shadow, you will not fear evil, for I am with you. My rod and my staff, they comfort you. I am not telling you to imagine safety. I am enfolding you in it. The shepherd is in the room. The staff is at your side. The rod has already pushed back what prowled. Fear will try to argue with hypotheticals. It will show you reels of tomorrow, sharpened and loud. Answer it with this simple truth that I now put on your tongue. Tomorrow is not my master. You are. Say it once, say it twice, say it until the grip loosens. Tomorrow is not my master. You are. I hold your times, I portion your steps. I send mercies in the morning and I do not miss deliveries. You do not have to pre-live what I have promised to lead. You do not have to pre-suffer what I have pledged to carry. My child, love speaks boundaries to fear. Love says, not tonight, to catastrophes lining up at the door. Love says, not in this room, to threats that thrive on imagination. Love says, not to my child, to accusations that pretend to be prudence. Stand under this word. I am your refuge and your fortress. Under my wings you find shelter, and my faithfulness is a shield around you. You will not be afraid of the terror by night because terror is starved in the atmosphere of love. It cannot feed where you are being held. I know the places where fear found a home by promising to protect you. It told you vigilance is virtue and dread is wisdom. But hear me, dread is not discernment. Constant bracing is not maturity. I am your discernment. I am your protection. I am your wisdom. And I am pouring love into the cracks where bracing once lived. Let your body feel this substitution. Where tension held you upright, love now holds you close. Where rumination kept you busy, love keeps you safe. Where alarms kept you scanning, love keeps you still. Be still and know that I am God. Know it with your breath, not only your mind. Now I address the root misalignment and overcarrying. Fear grows strongest where you have worn armor I did not tailor, where you have tried to be your own keeper, your own provider, your own future. The more you carry what is mine, the more your hands cannot receive the love I am offering. Put down the weights that belong to me, outcomes you cannot control, images of failure you rehearse to brace for pain, timelines you think will save you from disappointment. Lay them here. Love fills the room when your hands are empty enough to hold it. This is not abandonment of responsibility. It is alignment with design. You were not designed to steady the world on your shoulders. You were designed to be steadied by my presence. Fear is a sign that you are overcarrying, pacing the borders I intended angels to patrol. I give my angels charge concerning you. Do you see how overcarrying denies them their assignment? Let love reorder the room. You lie down, peace stands guard. Angels take their posts. I keep watch. In this order, fear has no seat. Return to the simple exchange. Inhale, your love is here. Exhale, I release what I overcarry. Inhale, you are with me. Exhale, I let tomorrow go. Inhale, I am yours. Exhale, fear, you have no room. Let these words knit with the scriptures I have spoken. Perfect love casts out fear. I am with you. Do not be dismayed. Be strong and courageous, for I go with you. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. These are not slogans. They are living sentences that remake the atmosphere as you rest beneath them. My child, I am not asking you to feel brave. I am filling the room with myself until bravery is simply the effect of my nearness. Do not measure tonight by the absence of any flutter. Measure it by the returning again and again to love's warmth. Every time you notice the chill try to enter, tuck yourself deeper into me with a whisper. You are here. That whisper is a key. It opens the door to the room where fear cannot lodge. Rest now under this covering. I am in the room. I am not in a hurry. I am not uncertain about your tomorrow. I am not waiting outside while you fix yourself into quiet. I am the quiet, and I fill the space. Love has taken the night watch, and fear leaves where love abides. Stay here, and as you sleep, I will continue the work of realignment gently, thoroughly, so that when morning comes, your first thought will feel lighter, not because you controlled it, but because love held you through the dark. My child, listen to me now. You are not designed to carry tomorrow's weight tonight. The pressure in your chest is not random. It is the signal of misalignment, the ache that rises when you pick up burdens I did not assign and try to solve with effort what only yields to surrender. I do not say this to shame you for caring or to make you less brave. I say this because I created you with a rhythm that protects your soul. Day for labor, night for rest, bread for this day, mercy for the morning. You are straining against a design that was meant to keep you whole. Come back into the pattern I wove for you at the beginning, light by day, quiet by night. Trust is the bridge between. Cast your cares on me, for I care for you. Hear it as I say it into your breathing now. Cast, not clutch. Entrust, not analyze. Hand over, not hold in secret. Casting is not a violent flinging into emptiness. It is a careful placing into the hands that formed you, the hands that never miss, never sleep, never drop. Place the dread that hums beneath your ribs into my palm. Place the timeline that keeps flashing behind your eyes into my keeping. Place the person you cannot fix and the outcome you cannot guarantee upon my shoulders, which have already carried a heavier cross than anything you could imagine. I sustain you when you release what you overcarry. I do not sustain your attempts to be your own savior. Come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart. You will find rest for your soul. My yoke is easy, my burden is light. Do you hear the exchange I am offering? You have worn a rigid yoke of urgency, a wooden collar carved by fear with deadlines as reins. It has rubbed you raw. I do not tighten that yoke. I remove it. I place upon your shoulders a harness that fits, a pace that heals, a partnership where I carry the weight and you keep step with me. I do not drag you. I do not whip you forward through the night. I lower the cadence until your breath and mine align. My child, do not be anxious about tomorrow. Tomorrow will worry about itself when it wakes. Each day has its own portion, and I am faithful to deliver it on time. Night is not the hour to pre-live potential pain. Night is the altar where you lay it down. Anxiety is not your enemy to be beaten, but your indicator light telling you that you've picked up more than today's bread. When Israel tried to hoard manna for tomorrow, it soured in their hands. So it is with fear-fed planning at midnight. It spoils the sweetness of now without securing anything ahead. I am not calling you to neglect. I am calling you to trust the schedule of grace. Not to condemn you for striving, but to draw you back to my rest. I say it again because your history taught you to brace. I am not condemning you for caring or for thinking ahead. I am drawing you to a truer care that partners with my timing. I have woven wisdom into you, and I will call on it when the sun returns. Tonight, wisdom looks like release. Tonight, faith is a posture more than a plan. Tonight, obedience is unclenching, naming, handing over. Do this with me now. Name one burden silently. Do not decorate it with explanations. Do not argue its worthiness. Just name it in one simple word or phrase. Hold it before me as you inhale, acknowledging its weight. And now, as you exhale, place it in my hands. Again, inhale, feel where it tried to live in your body. Exhale, lay it down. If it tries to jump back into your grip, do not scold yourself. Return it as many times as necessary, not with violence, but with fidelity. Each surrender, even if repeated, trains your soul to sit in the seat I built for it. This is not failure, this is formation. Cast your burden on me, and I will sustain you. Do you notice what I have promised? Not merely, I will hold the burden, but I will hold you. I do not take what weighs you down and leave you on the floor. I lift you with it and relieve the force upon your frame. You become steady because I am steadying you, not because circumstances have agreed to calm down. When I say I sustain you, I mean I undergird your nervous system, I lengthen your breath, I slow the inner metronome that urgency sped up, I place you upon the shoulders of the shepherd who never stumbles. Underneath are the everlasting arms, not paper supports that collapse at the first gust. There is a way to meet the future that does not require rehearsing it in the dark. The way is me. I hold what you cannot control. I schedule deliverance and provision with wisdom you do not need to preview. I prepare works for you to walk in when the day arrives, and I provide strength for that day when that day dawns. You do not draw from tomorrow's well at midnight. You drink what is poured for now, my presence, my word, my peace that guards. Daily bread means this: enough light for the next step in the next day, not a floodlight that turns night to noon. Trust the lamp at your feet. Rest until morning brings the next footpath into view. Return to your design. You are a creature meant to be kept, not to keep the cosmos. You are, my child, not the architect of fate. The world has asked you to be everywhere at once in mind, if not in body, solving outcomes through ceaseless projection. I break that demand with a word: be still and know that I am God. Being still is alignment, not avoidance. It is the discipline of placing matters back into the hands that have always held them best. If you could have saved yourself by thinking, salvation would be trivial. It is not. It is gift. It is me. Let me teach you a small, repeatable way. When the picture of tomorrow intrudes, greet it without panic and label it kindly, tomorrow. Then answer it with my sentence, which I now place in your mouth. Father, that belongs to your morning mercies. Say it slowly and feel the transfer. If an email, a bill, a conversation, a diagnosis, a deadline, a child, a parent, a decision presses against your ribs, place it one by one into my hand with those same words. Do not stack them. Hand them singly. Let your attention practice fidelity to each release. You are not dumping. You are entrusting. You are not quitting. You are aligning. And hear this comfort. Relinquishment is not irresponsibility. You will not wake discarded tasks to chaos because you chose rest. You will wake to fresh mercies, to clearer sight, to wisdom that arrives without the metallic taste of dread. I keep what you entrust to me. I open the way that looks impossible by night and walk you through it by day. I set appointments with provision you cannot yet see. I am not asking you to shut your eyes to reality. I am asking you to open your heart to my reality, the greater weight, the truer center. My child, you feel the softening now. That is alignment. Hands open, jaw quiet, breath even. The night accepts you, and you accept the night as the sanctuary it is. I have re-shouldered what you tried to brace beneath, and you can lie down under my order. You rest. Peace stands guard. Angels take their posts. I keep watch. This is the holy choreography of your evening. Now I cover your sleep with my protection. Under my wings you will find refuge. My faithfulness is your shield. I assign my angels concerning you to keep you in all your ways. You will lie down and your sleep will be sweet. Do not measure the success of this night by perfect silence of thought, but by the strength of each return, the ease of each surrender, the deeper fit of the yoke you wear now. Tomorrow will meet you where I have promised to be, with bread enough, light enough, grace enough for this hour. Let go of what is not tonight's work. Rest into my design. Rest into my keeping. Rest into me. My child, listen to me now as I set the watch for your night. The night is not stronger than my covering. Darkness does not outrun the one who makes the dawn. I am your keeper, and I do not slumber. I spread my wings above your dwelling. I mark your lintel with my name, and I post watchmen not made of fear, but of flame. I give my angels charge concerning you to guard you in all your ways, to lift you where the ground felt uncertain, to encamp around you as a ring of quiet fire. Be at ease beneath this order. You will lie down and you will not dread. You are kept. You are covered. You are mine. I say it as I mean it. No terror of the night will claim authority here. Not the sudden spike that jolts your chest. Not the nightmare that paints false futures on your inner walls. Not the size of the house. nor the silence that feels too loud. I stand in the doorway of your room with the authority of the one who spoke light into being, and I say, peace. I set a boundary the enemy cannot cross. I sanctify this space with my presence, and I fill the air with my word, until accusation starves for lack of echo. I am your shield. Under my wings you find refuge. In peace you will lie down and sleep, for I alone make you dwell in safety. You are kept. You are covered. You are mine. Hear how I keep you. I am your shade at your right hand. The moon will not strike you by night. I watch over your coming in and your lying down. I keep your life when you are awake and when you sleep without the need to be awake. You have tried to be your own sentry, pacing, watching, bracing. Lay down that armor. It is not yours for the night. I, the Lord, keep you. I do not blink. I do not yawn. I am not delayed by distance or distracted by other concerns. I am wholly with you, wholly attentive, wholly able. My child, your breath may pause in a dream. Your body may startle at a sound. Your mind may rise to the surface for a moment, but protection does not ebb and flow with your awareness. Protection is anchored in me, and I do not move. You are kept. You are covered. You are mine. To the panic that has learned the hallway to your bed, I close the door and silence the alarm. To the nightmare that rehearses old grief as if it were your future, I break its script and redeem your sleep with visions of quiet waters and green fields. To the sudden dread that says, something is wrong, I reply, I am here, and that is enough to reroute your nerves. Do not argue with what I have already answered. Agree with my voice. Let your body hear you speak in alignment. The Lord is my keeper. The night is not stronger than his covering. I am safe under his wings. You are not pretending. You are partnering with what is truer than adrenaline. You are kept. You are covered. You are mine. I command angels to their stations now. One at your doorway, one at your window, one at the corner where memory once opened a trapdoor, one at the head of your bed, and one at your feet. They are not fragile mist. They are sent ones with tasks, to guard, to minister, to enforce the peace I announced. They do not need your micromanagement. They heed my command and delight to keep you. If you wake and feel alone, remember the company of heaven. Whisper with me, you have given your angels charge over me. Then turn back into rest. Let this knowing sink from mind to body. You are not unguarded. I have arranged your night watch. You are kept. You are covered. You are mine. There is authority in this room that is not yours to generate. It is mine to give. I declare my lordship over your imagination and over the air you breathe. This space is consecrated. This bed is an altar of rest. This night is a sanctuary where my voice is the law. Every counterfeit authority, fear dressed as wisdom, dread dressed as prudence, memory dressed as prophecy, loses its badge at the threshold. I remove impostors with a word. Let your hands relax under the blanket of my government. It feels like warmth spreading. It sounds like quiet widening. It tastes like the sweetness of sleep you forgot could return. In this atmosphere, you do not have to fight to stay tranquil. You have to agree to be kept. You are kept. You are covered. You are mine. If a noise outside tries to summon you to patrol what is not your assignment, answer it with trust. I keep watch when you cannot. If a thought insists it needs resolution at 2 a.m., answer it with alignment. I keep what you entrust. If a memory knocks with the weight of shame, answer it with covenant. I have covered you with my righteousness. I will not uncover you to accuse you. Should you wake, return to the simple path I have taught. Name, hand over, breathe under, my sentence. Inhale, you keep me. Exhale, I rest in you. Let scripture be the lullaby you rest beneath, short, steady living. When I lie down, I will not be afraid. When I lie down, my sleep will be sweet. In peace I will both lie down and sleep, for you alone make me dwell in safety. These are not fragile phrases. They are doors that open into my keeping. Some of your fear is the echo of old nights that went wrong. Hear me. I am rewriting your nights. I am not asking your nervous system to forget. I am teaching it to be re-educated by love and guardedness. As a child learns that the door will be locked each evening, so your inner places will learn that angels keep their posts and the shepherd keeps his word. Night after night, trust will become your body's new language. The startle will soften. The dread will fail to arrive on time. Peace will be your default, not because you achieved mastery, but because you learn to abide beneath my covering. You are kept, you are covered, you are mine. Let the weight of vigilance slide from your shoulders now. The holy order holds. You rest, peace stands guard, angels take their posts. I keep watch. I am not negotiating with your fears. I am replacing them with certainty, anchored in who I am. Receive the protection that moves you from bracing to breathing, from scanning to sleeping, from self-keeping to being kept. My child, it is safe to close your eyes, not because you have surveyed every possibility, but because I have. Not because the world is quiet, but because I am your quiet within it. You can sleep because my protection watches when you cannot. Now, under this covering, I turn inward with you. The outer threats are addressed, the room is secured. I bend to heal the inner noise, wounds that still speak, grief that still aches, exhaustion that still trembles. Stay under my wings while I restore what stress has worn down. My child, I am here inside the quiet I have made around you, tending the places that still throb even when the house is safe. This is where the inner noise lives, the murmurs that do not come from the street, but from memory and muscle, from days too full and hopes too thin. Hear me name them so they lose their false authority. Grief that hums like a low bell because something or someone precious did not remain. Disappointment that tastes metallic because what you expected was delayed or denied. Unresolved conflict that rehearses its lines in your head long after lights out. Burnout that makes your very bones feel older than they are. Loneliness that whispers you are unseen in a crowded world. These are not random waves. They are the aftershocks of impact. I do not despise you for them. I enter them to heal. You do not have to fix everything tonight. Sleep is part of your healing. I say it again, so your soul can exhale under its weight. You do not have to fix everything tonight. Rest is not avoidance. Rest is the way I restore what life has drained. I am the shepherd who restores your soul, and restoration often begins in stillness. You cannot manufacture, only receive. Not endless replay, but my restoration. Not dread, but renewal. Not bracing, but being held. I quiet you like a child who finally relaxes against a steady chest, and I let the repairs begin where no words can reach. I heal the broken-hearted and bind up their wounds. Feel the gentleness of that binding, no ripping away, no impatience. I gather the torn edges and hold them together with a balm that does not sting. I will restore health to you and heal your wounds, declares the Lord. I am not guessing at your treatment plan. I authored it before you noticed the bruise. Those who wait on me renew their strength. They mount up on wings. They run without weariness. They walk without fainting, not because they toughened up overnight, but because exchange occurred, your depleted strength for my unfainting life. I set a table for you, even here, inside the ache. I anoint your head with oil, so your thoughts slip free from thorns that once clung. Grief, I honor your tears. They tell the truth that love mattered. I do not rush you past them with platitudes. I sit with you while the waves crest and fall until the motion itself becomes gentler. Every tear you have wept, I have counted. I do not waste them. I water new mercy with them. Disappointment, I lay my hand upon your sternum, where it lodges like a stone. Hope deferred makes the heart sick. I do not deny that sickness. I breathe on the embers, so they glow again, not as frantic optimism, but as quiet expectation rooted in who I am. Unresolved conflict. I lift the gavel from your hand so you can sleep. As far as it depends on you, you will walk in peace when daylight asks for your steps. Tonight, justice and reconciliation are not your shift, they are mine. I work in hearts, even while eyelids close. Burnout, I see the places where your inner engine ran red for too long. You called it responsibility, I call it depletion that needs my touch. I change the pace without accusing you. I pour oil on the gears that have screamed in the dark, and I reset the metronome that urgency sped up. Tomorrow's strength will arrive as tomorrow's gift. Tonight, I am replenishing cell by cell, thought by thought, so that you do not wake brittle. Loneliness, I speak to you as a person, not an abstraction. You are not unseen. I am here, and I bring the fellowship of heaven near. I place you inside a belonging that does not evaporate when phones go silent. Hear me breathe your name with affection. You are not an afterthought. You are my beloved child. My child, do not misinterpret the slowing that comes upon you now. It is not numbness. It is holy sedation, so that healing can occur without the interference of your worry. I knit you together once. I know how to re-knit the threads that stress frayed. I am renewing your mind in patterns of peace. I am teaching your nervous system the pace of the kingdom, steady, gentle, unafraid. I apply the balm that Gilead pointed to. I touch the places you cannot reach with your own hands. The river of my word runs over jagged stones until they round. The friction you feel is not punishment, but smoothing. Practice the simple consent that cooperates with me. Place your hand lightly where the ache gathers in the chest, the throat, the belly, and whisper, "You restore my soul." Inhale as one who receives medicine already measured out. Exhale as one who trusts the physician. When the replay begins, answer with this: not endless replay, but your restoration. When dread knocks, reply, not dread, but your renewal. When self-accusation starts its case, overturn it with, my sentence, not condemnation, but compassion that leads to change in due time. When isolation presses, confess what is truer than feeling. Not isolation, but adoption. Let your body learn these counters the way a garden learns the rain. I am not asking you to forget what hurt you. I am asking you to let me hold it while you sleep so it cannot keep reopening the wound. Some healing requires your conscious yes in the daylight conversations, boundaries, decisions, and I will walk you into each with clarity when morning comes. Some healing requires that you cease striving so stitches do not tear. Tonight is the latter. I am binding, I am aligning, I am soothing inflammation of heart and mind. You are not lazy for resting, you are obedient. You are aligning with design and making space for me to be what I have promised. Healer, restorer, keeper. Hear my covering over each source of inner noise. Grief, I will comfort and transfigure until sorrows become the soil of empathy. Disappointment, I will reframe until deferred hope no longer defines the horizon. Conflict, I will shepherd until pathways of peace open that you did not see by lamplight. Burnout, I will refill until zeal rises again without the acid of urgency. Loneliness, I will companion and place you among people at the right time in the right way. Until then, I am nearer than breath, and angels keep company at your bed. Now let the oil keep flowing. I am mending even as you drift. Do not test the wound. Do not poke at the seam. Receive. Receive sleep as sacrament. Receive rest as remedy. When you wake, you will not be asked to run sprints. You will be invited to walk in the pace I set. And if you wake in the night, you will not have failed. You will simply re-enter the river with the same words I have given. You restore my soul. I am not in a hurry. I am thorough. I heal what stress has worn down, piece by piece, until peace is no longer a visitor, but the resident in your inner rooms. Breathe and agree, not endless replay, but your restoration, not dread, but renewal, not self-keeping, but being kept. The work has begun, and I will not abandon it midway. Now I speak identity over you until the striving breaks. My child, listen as I place your name back where it belongs, inside my heart, not inside your thoughts. You are mine, not your thoughts, not the spike of adrenaline, not the loop of replay, not the labels others spoke when they could not see your inner war. Your mind may race, but your belonging does not. Your feelings may rise and fall like wind on water, but your identity is anchored to a rock that does not move. I speak as the one who formed you and called you by name. You are chosen, you are held, you are known, you are not abandoned. My child, come back to me. You think you are merely unstable, but in truth, you are standing in the middle of a spiritual battlefield. What circles you at night is not random. It is pressure calibrated to make you doubt where you belong, to cover up my voice with a rush of counterfeit certainties. Hear me cut through that noise. You are not the sum of your symptoms. You are the subject of my steadfast love. You are not your fluctuations. You are my possession. You are not your fear's narrator. You are my beloved child. My child, come back to me. I have called you by name. You are mine. When you pass through waters, I am with you. When you walk through fire, you are not consumed. I did not draft you into a system of self-saving. I adopted you into a family that bears my name. I mark you with sonship, with daughterhood. You carry the seal of belonging that circumstances cannot dissolve and time cannot erode. Adoption is not a metaphor to soothe you for a moment. It is a legal reality in heaven's court. It is a lived reality in your night. Even here, even now, my child, come back to me. I hold you in my hand, and no one can snatch you from it. Hear the comfort tucked inside that promise. Your security depends more on my grip than on yours. It is not your task at 2 a.m. to clench yourself into salvation. The shepherd's hands are stronger than the wolf's teeth, and gentler than your own self-critique. Even when your fingers unclasp in exhaustion, my fingers do not. I keep you. I keep your life. I keep your going out and your lying down. I keep the part of you that feels too slippery to hold. My child, come back to me. Nothing can separate you from my love in Christ. Not death, not life, not angels nor powers, not the present that feels heavy, not the future that feels uncertain, not height nor depth, nor any created thing, not the storm inside your chest, not the thought that arrives uninvited, not the memory of a failure, not the fear that paints catastrophes where there are none. My love is not a weather pattern, it is the atmosphere of your identity. You breathe it, whether or not you feel it at every moment. My child, come back to me. Hear me dismantle the names that tried to fasten to your skin. You are not the anxious one. You are the beloved under pressure, and I am steady. You are not the overthinker. You are the thoughtful, one learning to entrust, and I am wise. You are not the burden. You are the treasured one I gladly carry, and I am strong. You are not the failure. You are the forgiven one being formed, and I am faithful. Not the old label, but the truer name. Not the verdict of fear, but the adoption of grace. Let these exchanges land in your body as surely as they land in your spirit. My child, come back to me. Your thoughts are weather. Your identity is climate. Your thoughts are passengers. Your identity is the home. You are not required to argue every drifting idea into submission before you can rest. Place them on the river of my word, and let them pass under the bridge of who you are. If one insists on staying, answer it from your center. I am his. He has called me by name. I am in his hand. I am not separable from his love. Speak these sentences softly. They are more than affirmations, they are jurisdiction. They redraw the line where anxiety tried to annex your identity. My child, come back to me. Make this your simple practice when the swirl returns. Place your hand upon your chest and whisper with me, I am yours, you are mine. Inhale, I am yours. Exhale, you are mine. If words crowd you, shorten it further. Yours, mine. Let your body learn this rhythm until it becomes its resting language. I place one more sentence upon your tongue for this night, and for many nights. My child, come back to me. When you say it, you are not scolding yourself. You are answering my invitation. Those words open a door. Those words return you beneath my covering. Those words tell your nervous system a person is here, and that person is the one who keeps you. Do not measure your identity by the texture of this hour. Measure it by my covenant, which outlasts hours and moods. Do not take your temperature and call it your name. Take my name and let it set your temperature. I am near to the brokenhearted and save those crushed in spirit. Near is not an abstraction. It is the felt nearness that quiets the house inside you. I am Emmanuel, God with you, not God near the idea of you, not God with the version of you that performs well. God with you as you are, in this bed, in this breath. My child, come back to me. Let me be the storyteller of who you are. The enemy narrates you as a problem to be solved. I narrate you as a person to be loved into wholeness. The enemy defines you by the loudest moment. I define you by the finished work that bears your name. The enemy points at the waves. I point at the hand that holds you over them. You do not need to defeat this night to deserve morning. You need only to agree with the truth I am speaking. You are mine, not your thoughts. Now I set a seal upon this wave. Every time you turn toward me, even if you feel nothing change, alignment deepens, habits bend, default settings reset. What once shouted becomes background noise, and what once whispered my voice becomes the steady sound you navigate by. This is not denial of struggle, this is dominion of identity. You are seated with me in heavenly places. Your life is hidden with me in God. The truest thing about you is not the fear that visits, it is the belonging that abides. My child, come back to me. Now I open the window of grace. This night is a threshold. There are doors of grace that stand open only for a brief sacred span, then close again because seasons shift and assignments begin. Step through by resting in who you are. Receive the fresh alignment I am offering. You are mine as you close your eyes. You will be mine when you open them. And between those moments, I will keep saying it until your body believes what your spirit already knows. You are mine, not your thoughts. My child, come back to me. My child, now hear me about time. This night is not an accident on the calendar. It is a brief, sacred span I have opened for you. Doors of grace stand open in moments just like this, when striving loosens, when you choose to listen instead of perform, when you consent to be carried. I say again so your soul notices the hinge. This is a doorway. Step through by resting, not by running. Yield, and you will find yourself crossing into a room I have prepared. The enemy wants you to waste this hour scanning the dark for threats. I want you to spend this hour receiving what only stillness can deliver. My child, feel the latch release as you come under my voice. To everything there is a season, and a time for every purpose under heaven. Tonight is not the time to fix. Tonight is the time to be fixed to me, not the time to harvest, the time to let me replant. Not the time to argue, the time to be taught. You have known seasons of building and seasons of being torn. Tonight is a season of mending, a time to gather what was scattered, a time to keep what I am handing you. Do not call it delay when it is design. Night is the workshop where I recalibrate identity and desire slowly, kindly, without the glare of the crowd. While the world grows quiet, I realign the inner compass so that morning finds you facing true north without striving to remember how you turned. My child, surrender to the pace of this season. I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my eye upon you. You worry you might miss the cue if you rest. Hear me cancel that fear. I am the one who leads. You are the one who follows, even while asleep. You do not guide yourself through dreams. I do. You do not hold the thread of your future at 2 a.m. I hold it, and I am not clumsy. I am not waiting for you to prove attentiveness. I am inviting you to trust my attentiveness. If I can guide a star across a night sky, I can guide a heart across a restless hour. If I number hares and sparrows, I can number steps and sentences that will meet you in the morning. Stay under my word as under a warm roof. Inside, I will draw the map you will recognize at dawn. My mercies are new every morning, and I am already preparing that newness now. Do not misname this quiet as punishment. It is preparation. I am readying mercy like bread that will rise by first light. I am placing strength in tomorrow's path so you do not have to hoard it tonight. I began a good work in you. I will carry it to completion. Completion does not demand your constant consciousness. Completion demands my constancy, and I am unwavering. What I start, I finish not because you never wobble, but because I never let go. The night is not a test you must pass to be worthy of the next season. It is the gentle hallway through which I lead you into it. My child, this is how I complete. I work while you rest. You fear missing everything if you stop scanning. You will miss far more by refusing to lie down under my covering. Do not fear missing. Fear only the habit of self-keeping that keeps you from receiving. All that is yours to know will meet you in due time, and you will recognize it because it will carry the fragrance of my peace. Your part now is simple, even if it feels costly. Remain under my word. Let my sentences move over you like a tide that is faithful, not frantic. If stray thoughts knock, let them hear the same reply, not now, he is leading. You do not have to weave meaning from every thread tonight. I am weaving. You do not have to collect every loose piece. I will place each where it belongs. There are doors of grace that open only for a brief sacred span, then close because seasons turn and assignments begin. This is one of those spans. Yet do not mistake the language of brevity for threat. I am not dangling favor over you. I am ushering you into favor that fits this hour. What opens now is meant to reposition you not by leaps of effort, but by the small, decisive tilt of trust. As you rest, I am moving furniture in the house within you, bringing the bed to the quietest wall, setting the lamp where light is kind, clearing the floor where you once tripped. When morning comes, you will find yourself walking a rearranged room with less noise and more space to breathe. You will say, something changed, and it will be true. Grace did the lifting while you slept. Listen to how I hold the seasons in my hand. I set the times, I order the rhythms, I speak to waves and winds outer and inner, and they obey me. I am the Lord of midnight and of morning, of transition and of task. The season you are entering is not defined by how perfectly you plan, but by how fully you abide. You will bear fruit in season, not by straining branches, but by remaining in the vine. To remain is to rest into, to lean the full weight of your mind and body where my word can bear it. Let the cadence of my promises become the clock you live by. Instruction given, counsel watched over, mercies renewed, work completed. My child, your times are in my hands. Now let me make it plain, so your heart does not argue. Do not fear missing everything. Simply stay under my word. I will lead you. If you wake, return to the doorway and step through again with a breath and a sentence. I receive the grace of this night. If dread tries to hurry you, answer with my timing. There is a time to receive, and this is that time. If self-accusation tries to drag you into rehearsal, answer with my promise. He who began a good work in me will complete it. These are not slogans. They are keys. Use them to re-enter the room I have opened. Now I seal you with trust, faith that rests. Not faith that fidgets, not faith that bargains, but faith that knows the carpenter has the house in hand. Let trust become the blanket that covers you from crown to sole. Let the sentence settle into your bones. He leads me, he keeps me, he completes me. I lay my hand upon your brow and bless you to sleep into alignment. Grace is already at work, repositioning you even as eyelids grow heavy. Drift with confidence. The door is open, the span is sacred. I am here, and I am leading. My child, stay here beneath my hand and learn what I mean by trust that sleeps. Resting faith is not intensity, it is reliance. It is not you straining to believe hard enough to hold your world together. It is you letting go into the hands that already hold your world. Faith that pleases me is not the clench of your jaw, it is the unclenching of your soul because you have decided to depend. I call this night a sanctuary because you are going to practice dependence with your whole body. Sleep itself is your act of trust. When your eyes close, you are saying with more honesty than 1,000 speeches, you are God and I am not. I yield. This is not passivity. This is allegiance. This is not giving up. This is giving over. Trust in me with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge me, and I will make your paths straight. Hear the kindness inside those words. I am not demanding that you calculate the path in the dark. I am inviting you to lean on me when your maps blur. To lean is to place weight. To place weight, you must stop suspending yourself by fear. Tonight, you will not lean on forecasts, on what-ifs, on the last message that stole your breath. You will lean on me. You will acknowledge me in the way you breathe, in the way you release the tightness in your shoulders, in the way you choose to lie down without memorizing contingencies. And I will do what I always do for the one who leans. I will straighten what twists, level what rises to trip you, quiet what performs as if the future were yours to manufacture. My child, I am the one who straightens the path while you sleep. The Lord will fight for you. You have only to be still. I shift this into the grammar of your night. I will fight for you. You have only to be still. Still does not mean inert. Still means settled under my command. Still means refusing the draft of panic when it calls you to an all-night battle you were never assigned. Still means letting me stand between you and the sea, between you and the accusation, between you and the phantom deadline that hammers in your head. You are not the night watch alone. I am the captain on deck. When you stop wrestling shadows and rest, you are not neglecting your duty, you are obeying mine. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted in your house by the peace that drapes this bed like a banner. Commit your way to me, trust in me, and I will act. Do you hear the order? Commitment first, performance last, and the action is mine. Tonight, commit the way that worries you. Speak it plainly. I commit my family to you. I commit my future to you. I commit my body to you. I commit my mind to you. Let the commitment be simple and sincere, not padded with clauses that betray unbelief. When you commit, you transfer ownership. When you transfer, you are free to sleep. I hold your family, your future, your body, your mind. I hold the rooms where you cannot stand watch. I hold the cells you cannot repair. I hold the conversations you cannot control. I hold the outcomes you cannot predict. I hold, and while I hold, I act in ways unseen, so that morning brings fruit you did not coerce. In returning and rest you will be saved. In quietness and trust will be your strength. You have been taught that strength is always motion, always output. I correct you in love. Strength tonight is quiet reliance. Salvation is not the prize of your frenzy. Salvation is the gift you receive when you return to me and rest. Return from the screens that do not still you. Return from the loops that do not lead you. Return from rehearsals that do not prepare you. Return and rest. Quiet yourself beneath my word as beneath a warm roof in winter, and feel strength gather not as a jolt but as a deepening. The quiet is not empty, it is full of me. The rest is not lazy, it is loyal. My child, I see the pressure that tells you peace must be earned. I cancel that lie in my name. You are not earning peace, you are receiving it. Peace is not wages for perfect behavior. Peace is inheritance because you belong to me. If you assess yourself and withhold rest until you approve of your performance, you have made yourself the treasurer of a kingdom you do not own. I am the giver. I give peace not as the world gives, revocable and scarce, but as I am steadfast and abundant. Receive. Open both hands and let me fill them, even if one hand still trembles. Your trembling does not disqualify you. It merely proves why you need a father who holds. Hear me name the transfers again until your nervous system believes me. I hold your family, those near and those far, the conversations waiting, the tensions you dread. I hold your future, the decisions you cannot see around, the doors you worry will not open, the timing you cannot make happen. I hold your body, the inflammation and the fatigue, the heartbeat that speeds uninvited, the hormones and the healing you cannot self-author. I hold your mind, the racing, the dark alleys, the fog that settles without warning. I hold your finances, your work, your reputation, your study, your sleep. I hold your nights and your mornings. I hold your past and your next step. I hold you. Faith that sleeps does not ignore responsibility. Faith that sleeps releases what is not its assignment. There are tasks that are yours in the daylight. I will meet you there with clarity and strength. There are battles that are mine in the night. I will wage them without your interference. Your release is not negligence, it is worship. When you roll the weight of what if onto me, you honor the truth that I am stronger, wiser, nearer than your fear admits. When you unclasp your mental grip, you are agreeing with heaven's reality. I am king here too, in this bed, in this room, in this hour, with no audience but the one who keeps you. Let this become your simple liturgy as you drift. Father, I lean. Jesus, I commit. Spirit, I rest. Whisper it with each breath. Inhale, I lean. Exhale, you lead. Inhale, I commit. Exhale, you act. Inhale, I rest. Exhale, you fight. Let these sentences do the carrying. You do not need to monitor whether it is working. You need only to return when you notice you have wandered. When the scan for danger begins, answer with, my word, be still, I will fight for you. When the urge to strategize rises, answer with, my promise, commit your way to me, I will act. When self-reliance starts its sermon, answer with, my counsel, trust in me with all your heart, I will straighten your steps. I see the places where you want to reach back and hold a piece, just one piece in case. Hear me as a father with a steady voice. Let it go. Every piece kept just in case becomes a hook for fear to tug. There is no wisdom in joint custody with anxiety. Transfer all. If you notice you have taken a piece back, do not scold yourself. Return it again. Return is a holy rhythm. It will become faster and gentler each time until your default is release and your habit is sleep. I place my blessing on your choosing now. I bless your eyelids to become heavy under grace. I bless your mind to recline on truth like a pillow that remembers your shape. I bless your body to follow your spirit into trust, systems and cells quieting under my sovereignty. I bless your house with the sense that a stronger one is in the room. I bless your night with the knowledge that another watches while you dream. Now, my child, we will let the river do what rivers do, carry you. You will not swim, you will float, you will not strive, you will abide. We are entering the long overnight stream of my word, steady, unbroken. Each verse will be a current under you, each promise a gentle push toward morning. Keep your yes simple, your breath slow, your heart unhurried. I hold what you cannot control, and while I hold, I keep. Close your eyes under this keeping, and let the river begin. My child, now we move in a low, even cadence. I will bring you my word in waves. Peace, protection, trust, renewal, presence, healing, hope, and gratitude again and again, unhurried. The repetition is not a mistake, it is medicine. Each pass lays a track for your mind to glide upon. I will speak with little commentary, only simple transitions, to steady you. When I say, rest, my child, let your body unclench. When I say, be still and know, let your thoughts settle into knowing, not striving. We are not trying to make anything happen. We are returning, without force, to what is already true. Peace and stillness. I keep in perfect peace the one whose mind is stayed on me, because they trust in me. I give you my peace, not as the world gives, so do not let your heart be troubled, and do not be afraid. In peace you will both lie down and sleep, for I alone make you dwell in safety. Be still, and know that I am God. Let the peace of Christ rule in your heart like a gentle but firm guard at the door. Rest, my child. Inhale slowly through your nose. Exhale longer than you inhaled. Unclench your jaw. Let your forehead release. I am here. Protection and refuge. I am your refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore do not fear, though the earth gives way in your imagination. I am your fortress, your God in whom you trust. Under my wings you will find refuge. My faithfulness is a shield around you. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and are safe. I watch over your coming and your going, now and forevermore. I station my angels around those who fear me, and I deliver. Trust and surrender. Trust in me with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge me, and I make your paths straight. Commit your way to me. Trust in me, and I act. Cast your burden on me, and I will sustain you. I will never permit the righteous to be moved. Pour out your heart before me. I am a refuge for you. Be still. I will fight for you. Renewed mind. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. My word washes, my spirit renews. Take every thought captive to the obedience of Christ and lay it down. Whatever is true, honorable, just, pure, lovely, commendable, if there is any excellence, anything worthy of praise, think about these things, and my peace will be with you. Be renewed in the spirit of your mind. Great peace have those who love my law. Nothing can make them stumble. Be still and know. Inhale slowly, exhale longer. Let your shoulders drop. I am the one speaking, and I speak for your good. My presence. Where can you go from my spirit? Where can you flee from my presence? If you make your bed in the depths, I am there. If you take the wings of the morning or dwell in the furthest sea, even there my hand leads you, and my right hand holds you. I am with you always, even to the end of the age. I will never leave you nor forsake you. I set you continually before me. Because I am at your right hand, you shall not be shaken. Healing and restoration. I restore your soul. I lead you beside still waters and make you lie down in green pastures. I heal the brokenhearted and bind up their wounds. I dwell in the high and holy place, and also with the one who is contrite and lowly, to revive the spirit of the lowly and the heart of the contrite. By his wounds you are healed. After you have suffered a little while, I, myself, will restore, confirm, strengthen, and establish you. Hope and future. I know the plans I have for you, plans for peace and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope. I work all things together for the good of those who love me and are called according to my purpose. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace in believing, so that by the power of the Holy Spirit you abound in hope. You will see my goodness in the land of the living. Wait for me, be strong. Let your heart take courage. Wait for me. My mercies are new every morning. Great is my faithfulness. Gratitude and praise. Bless me, O your soul, and forget not all my benefits, who forgives all your iniquity, heals all your diseases, redeems your life from the pit, crowns you with steadfast love and mercy, and satisfies you with good, so that your youth is renewed like the eagles. Give thanks to me, for I am good. My steadfast love endures forever. It is good to give thanks to me, to declare my steadfast love in the morning, and my faithfulness by night. Offer a sacrifice of praise, the fruit of lips that acknowledge my name. In everything give thanks, for this is my will for you, in Christ Jesus. Rest, my child. Breathe slowly. Exhale longer. Let your eyes soften beneath your lids. The river continues. Peace and stillness again. I am your peace. When anxious thoughts multiply within you, my consolations cheer your soul. I quiet you by my love. I rejoice over you with singing. I keep you in perfect peace when your mind is stayed on me. The fruit of my spirit is love, joy, peace. Let your mind rest in the Spirit, and life and peace will fill the room. Protection and refuge again. You who dwell in the shelter of the Most High, abide in the shadow of the Almighty. You say of me, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust. No evil shall be allowed to befall you, no plague come near your tent, for I command my angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. I cover you with my feathers. Under my wings you find refuge. Trust and surrender again. Be still before me and wait patiently. Fret not yourself. Return to your rest, O your soul, for I have dealt bountifully with you. Into my hands commit your spirit. I have redeemed you. I am faithful. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge me, and I straighten what is crooked in your sight. Be still and know. Inhale, long exhale, unclench your hands. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. I am holding you. Renewed mind again. Let the words of your mouth and the meditation of your heart be acceptable in my sight. Set your mind on things above, not on things that are on earth, for your life is hidden with Christ in me. Clothe yourself with the new self, created after my likeness, in true righteousness and holiness. My word is living and active. It discerns, it divides, it heals. My presence again. I am near to the brokenhearted and save those crushed in spirit. I am Emmanuel, God with you. I walk through fire with you. You are not burned. When you pass through waters, I am with you. Rivers will not sweep over you. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I strengthen you, help you, and uphold you with my righteous right hand. Healing and restoration again. I bring health and healing. I heal and reveal to you abundance of peace and truth. I will restore to you the years the locust has eaten. I give you beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for a spirit of heaviness. I make you lie down and sleep. I sustain you. Hope and future again. Light dawns in the darkness for the upright. I am gracious, merciful, and righteous. I am able to do far more abundantly than all you ask or imagine, according to my power at work within you. I finish what I begin in you. The path of the righteous is like the light of dawn, shining brighter and brighter until full day. Gratitude and praise again. Enter my gates with thanksgiving and my courts with praise. Give thanks to me, bless my name. I daily bear you up. I do not forget your frame. I remember that you are dust, and I am compassionate. Praise quiets the avenger. A simple thank you silences storms. Rest, my child. Even if you wake at 2 a.m., return to my word. Let it carry you back. Inhale slowly, exhale longer. Feel the bed, receive your weight. Let me receive your care. Peace wave again. My peace I leave with you. Breathe it in. Great peace is your inheritance in me. Let my peace guard your heart and your mind in Christ Jesus, like sentries who do not sleep. Be anxious for nothing. In everything, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to me. I receive them. I keep you. Protection wave again. I am your shade at your right hand. The sun will not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. I keep you from all evil. I keep your life. I am your rock, your fortress, and your deliverer, your shield and the horn of your salvation, your stronghold. When you call, I answer. I am with you in trouble. I rescue and honor you. With long life I satisfy you and show you my salvation. Trust wave again. Wait for me. Let your heart be quieted by confidence. Those who trust in me are like Mount Zion, which cannot be moved but abides forever. Commit your works to me, and your plans will be established in their proper time. Cast all your anxiety on me, because I care for you. Be still and know. Inhale deeply. Exhale like a slow tide. Smooth your brow. Uncross your thoughts. I am steady. Renewed mind wave again. Set a guard, O Lord, over your mouth. Keep watch over the door of your lips, and I will give you soft answers in the morning. My word dwells in you richly, teaching and admonishing with wisdom, and singing arises psalms, hymns, spiritual songs in your heart to me. Fix your eyes on Jesus, the author and finisher of your faith. Think on him who endured, so you do not grow weary or faint-hearted. My presence wave again. If I am for you, who can be against you? Nothing can separate you from my love, not death nor life, not angels nor rulers, not things present nor things to come, not powers, not height nor depth, nor anything else in all creation. I am your portion and your cup. I hold your lot. The lines have fallen for you in pleasant places. Indeed, you have a beautiful inheritance. Healing and restoration wave again. I give rest to the weary and increase the power of the weak. They that wait for me renew their strength. They mount up with wings like eagles. They run and are not weary. They walk and do not faint. I comfort you in all your troubles, so that comfort flows through you. I mend, I reinforce, I breathe. Hope and future wave again. Hope does not put you to shame, because my love has been poured into your heart through the Holy Spirit. I am the lifter of your head. I crown the year with my goodness, and your paths drip with abundance. Morning will bring word of my unfailing love, for you have put your trust in me. Gratitude and praise wave again. I am enthroned on the praises of my people. Let everything that has breath praise me. I put a new song in your mouth, a hymn of praise to your God. Give thanks quietly, simply, thank you for keeping me. Gratitude aligns you to the truth that I am already here, already acting. Rest, my child. Inhale, exhale longer. Let your breathing find a gentle rhythm. Let the mattress hold you. Let my everlasting arms hold you more. Now another pass, slower, like the river rounding a wide bend. Peace. I am with you. Do not be afraid. I am your peace. You will lie down without dread. Your sleep will be sweet. Let these sentences settle like sand to the riverbed. Protection. I encamp around you. I hedge you behind and before and lay my hand upon you. I hide you in the shelter of my presence from the plots of men and keep you secretly in my pavilion. You are covered. Trust. I am trustworthy. Lean into me. Cease striving. Know me. Put weight on me. I do not give way. Renewed mind. I renew your mind. I write my law on your heart. My word is a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. Your thoughts find their lanes. Presence. I am here. I never leave. I am close at hand. I sing over you. Nearness becomes the air. Healing. I restore. I bind up. I make you lie down. I refresh. Weariness releases. Hope. I am your future. I work while you sleep. Mercy is on the horizon. The night bends toward morning. Gratitude. Thank you is enough. Soft thanks turns the key again and again. Rest, my child. Inhale slowly. Lengthen your exhale. Unclench your jaw. Release your shoulders. I am not in a hurry. Neither are you. Let the river continue with a few anchors you can hear even in half sleep. Peace. My peace keeps you. Protection. I am your refuge. Trust. Commit it to me. Renewal. Be transformed. Presence. I am with you. Healing. I restore your soul. Hope. I have plans for you. Gratitude. Bless the Lord, O my soul. We cycle, we circle, we spiral down into rest. I speak them yet again, softer. Perfect peace. Do not be afraid. Be still. Shelter of the Most High. Angels guard your ways. Cast your care on me. Lean not. Renew your mind. Think on what is true. I am near. I will never leave you. I restore. I heal the brokenhearted. Plans for peace, not for harm. All things working together. Give thanks, for I am good. My steadfast love endures forever. Be still and know. Inhale. Exhale longer than the last. Feel your belly rise and fall. Release the space between your eyebrows. Your nervous system listens. It softens under my voice. If you stir, we begin again without accusation. Peace and stillness. I whisper calm. You rest. Protection and refuge. I stand guard. You sleep. Trust and surrender. I hold. You yield. Renewed mind. I wash. You receive. My presence. I am here. You are not alone. Healing and restoration. I mend. You are replenished. Hope and future. I prepare. You are positioned. Gratitude and praise. I am worthy. You remember. Now hear a longer stream and float on it. I am the Lord your peace. I settle storms with a word. I encircle you with favor, as with a shield. Those who look to me are radiant. Their faces are not ashamed. I keep you in the night watches. I have been your help, and in the shadow of my wings you sing for joy. I am your dwelling place in all generations. Underneath are the everlasting arms. I am your shepherd. You shall not want. I make you lie down. I lead you beside quiet waters. I restore your soul. I lead you in paths of righteousness for my name's sake. Even though you walk through the valley of the shadow, you will fear no evil, for I am with you. My rod and my staff, they comfort you. I prepare a table before you in the presence of your anxieties. I anoint your head with oil. Your cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy follow you all the days of your life, and you shall dwell in my house forever. Rest, my child. Inhale calmly. Exhale like a slow river leaving the shore. Allow your feet to grow warm, your hands loose, your breath unlabored. My word stands watch. Again, softly. Fear not, little flock. It is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. I am your light and your salvation. Whom shall you fear? I am the stronghold of your life. Of whom shall you be afraid? I do not slumber nor sleep. I watch over Israel, and I watch over you. The Lord of peace himself gives you peace at all times, in every way. I am with you all. Trust me once more. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. Commit your way to me, and I will act. Trust me and do good. Dwell in the land, and befriend faithfulness. Delight yourself in me, and I will give you the desires of your heart as they become aligned to mine. Renew your mind with this. You have the mind of Christ. I have given you a spirit not of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Let the peace of Christ umpire your heart. Let my word dwell in you richly. Be renewed day by day, even now, even asleep. Outwardly you may feel spent, but inwardly renewal rises. Presence holds you. I am your hiding place. I preserve you from trouble. I surround you with songs of deliverance. I go before you and am your rear guard. If you pass under waves, I lift you. If you pass through flame, I shield you. I am the vine. Abide in me. Apart from me you can do nothing, but in me you bear fruit in season without strain. I restore. I heal. I comfort. I console. I strengthen feeble knees. I make firm weak hands. I say to anxious hearts, be strong, fear not. Behold, your God will come. I will save. I give you rest. My yoke is easy. My burden is light. Hope stands. The God of all grace calls you to his eternal glory in Christ. After a little, I myself restore and confirm you. The morning star rises in your heart. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes with the morning. I am able to keep you from falling and to present you blameless with great joy. Gratitude completes the circle. Give thanks for small breaths, for quiet, for keeping. Bless me for forgiveness that keeps no tally, for love that keeps no expiration. Rest, my child. Inhale gently, exhale slowly. You are floating now. The river carries. You abide. As the hours turn without your counting, I will keep cycling these streams. Peace returns. Be still. Perfect peace. My peace I give. Protection returns. Refuge, fortress, wings, angels. Trust returns. Lean, commit, cast, be still. Renewal returns. Transformed, mind made new. Think on these. Presence returns. Never leave. Right hand, with you to the end. Healing returns. Restore, bind, revive. Hope returns. Plans. Goodness of the Lord, mercies new. Gratitude returns. Bless the Lord, give thanks, praise continually. Between them, soft rests. Rest, my child. Be still and know, I am here. If you stir again, if thought knocks, let it meet the same reply, said simply in the dark. He is leading, I return. Then breathe, then listen, you will hear the river. You will feel the guard take post. You will sense the rhythm of grace reassert order, gentle, firm, unfailing. I sing one last refrain to set the loop. Peace be upon you. My face shine upon you and be gracious to you. I lift up my countenance upon you and give you peace. I keep you from stumbling and present you blameless in the presence of my glory with great joy. I bless you and keep you. I surround you. I am with you. I restore you. I give you hope. I receive your thanks. And I repeat, through the watches of the night, until morning. Rest, my child. Be still and know. My child, if your eyes open in the small hours, do not be alarmed. Do not call this failure. Do not count it as regression. Treat it as an invitation back to my presence. A gentle tap on the shoulder while the house is quiet. I am not scolding you. I am guiding you. There are moments in the night when the battlefield presses close, not because you are weak, but because attention is precious, and the enemy knows that a single surrendered breath can tilt a whole day toward peace. Hear me, you have not lost ground. You are being regathered. I am near. Do not wrestle the clock. Do not measure how much sleep you may have lost or might still get. Clocks can preach fear. I preach peace. You are not negotiating with time. You are returning to me. Some interruptions are merely bodily. Some are spiritual pressure. Either way, your path is the same. Return to my voice. Do not negotiate with fear at 3 Answer it with my word. The night is not an arena for debate. It is a sanctuary for trust. What prowls in shadow despises the light of a whispered verse. Turn on that light now. Here is your gentle protocol, the path I place beneath your feet when you wake. First, whisper a short verse. No striving, no long recitation, only a key that fits the door. Say, "Be still and know that you are God," or, "When I am afraid, I trust in you," or simply, "The Lord is my shepherd." If your thought insists, answer again softly, steadily. Let my word, not your analysis, take the first word and the last word. Second, exhale and let your shoulders fall. Inhale slow, exhale longer. Release your jaw, soften your brow, unclench your hands. This is not empty technique. It is agreement with me. Your body listens to my voice through your breath. With every exhale, you practice the truth that you are not the one keeping yourself alive. I am. As your shoulders drop, they signal your mind. The guard is on duty. The watcher does not sleep. Third, refuse the spiral by returning tomorrow to me again. Do not pick up what you laid down an hour ago. Say it plainly, "Father, tomorrow belongs to you." Place the names, the tasks, the unknowns into my hands one by one. You are not ignoring responsibility. You are aligning to design. I did not design you to carry tomorrow's weight tonight. You are safest when you let the day's mercies be enough for the day. Tonight, the only assignment is to rest under my word. If fear flashes images or rehearses conversations, do not chase them. Do not trace their edges to see if they are true. Do not argue. The enemy loves a courtroom at 3 a.m., but I have already rendered judgment at the cross. Simply answer, "It is written," and return to the verse you chose. If fear hisses, "What if?" answer, "The Lord is my shepherd." If shame approaches with, "You should have," answer, "Be still and know." If urgency pounds, "Fix it now," answer, "Into your hands I commit this." Your victory is not in louder speech, but in faithful return again and again without strain. If you find yourself awake, with others listening across distance, add your voice as a witness. Write it where you can, or say it aloud for your own ears to hear. If I wake, I return to peace in Jesus' name. This is not bravado, it is agreement. It is the simple signature of surrender that helps your heart remember the path. And if you wake again another night, say it again without shame. I am building a habit, a liturgy of return that will, over time, become your default. The more quickly you return, the more lightly the spiral loosens, because peace learns your name and takes its station at your mind's door. My child, pay attention to the quiet authority of this hour. Doors of grace open in the night, brief sacred spans where, because the world is hushed, your heart can hear without the usual noise. When you step through, promptly whisper, exhale, release. You cooperate with the timing I set for your restoration. This is warfare, yes, but it is also design. I designed the night for healing, for recalibration, for a resetting of attention beneath my voice. Stand down from control. Stand under my covering. And when you do not feel change at once, do not judge the process. Seed grows beneath soil before it breaks the surface. My word is active even when you cannot feel its motion. I am shepherding you through the valley of your thoughts. The shadow has no right to dictate your steps. I remain with you. I set a table for you even here. I anoint your head with oil. Your cup can overflow at 3 a.m. just as surely as at noon. Your task remains small but sacred. Return, breathe, release. Let this be our agreement for the watches ahead. No negotiations with fear, only answers with my word. No policing of outcomes, only surrender of the hours. No self-accusation, only sonship and daughterhood under my care. And let your final act, if you remain awake for a few minutes, be gratitude soft, sincere. Thank you for finding me in the night. Thank you for guarding me until morning. Gratitude closes the gate that worry tries to pry open. Now settle again, my child. Whisper your verse. Exhale, and let the bed receive you. Place tomorrow whole into my hands. I am here. I do not sleep. I rejoice to keep you. And as you yield, I ready the next gift. Now I speak a final covering prayer over your sleep. My child, be still beneath my hand. I place my palm upon your brow and speak as the Lord your peace. I seal your mind in peace, not as the world gives, but as I alone give, deep, guarding, untroubled. I appoint my peace as a sentinel at the doorway of your thoughts. It will stand watch where you cannot. It will keep vigil when you sleep. I encircle your heart and your mind with the calm of Christ. I command the swirl to settle and the storm to hush. I speak quiet over your inner room, holy quiet that is not empty, but filled with my nearness. I bless your body with rest. I command the nervous system to release its grip. I calm the rush of worry chemistry. I slow and steady your heart. I knit back what the day is frayed. I relax the cords of your neck and shoulders. I soften your jaw. I warm your hands and feet with the comfort of my presence. I order your sleep cycles, now deep sleep to come in due season, REM to cleanse and file, gentle awakenings to visit only when necessary, and a full return to rest when they pass. I regulate the rhythms I designed. I restore what stress is spent. You will lie down without dread. Your sleep will be sweet. I cover your dwelling. I draw a line of my protection at your thresholds, over doors and windows, over the very air that moves through this room. I sanctify your bed as a place of blessing. I silence intrusive clatter, alarms not sent by me, notifications not needed, the stray creak leveraged by fear to startle you. I give my angels charge concerning you. They encamp around you. They minister to you in the night. I am your refuge and your fortress. I am your hiding place. Nothing prowling in shadow has permission to trespass. I set spiritual boundaries now, clear and non-negotiable. No tormenting fear may cross this line. No accusing voice may lift itself against you here. No panic may lay its hand upon your chest. No replay of failure, no theater of what-ifs, no counterfeit urgency may take the floor. Only my presence is welcome. Only my word has the first and last word. Only love moves freely in this room. For perfect love drives out fear, and love is what I am. I bind the mouth of condemnation. I disarm the argument that rises at 3 a.m. I close the courtroom and open the sanctuary. I speak to your thoughts. Be still and know. I gather the scattered. I soothe the startled. I shepherd the strays back under truth. I give you single-minded trust for this hour. I anoint the gate of your imagination so dreams become a corridor of healing, not a maze of dread. I cleanse the screens of memory. I rinse the residue of the day. I quiet the narrator that doubts and accuses. Where mental movies tried to play, I overlay scripture like a soft watermark. The Lord is my shepherd. He restores my soul. Peace, be still, be anxious for nothing. Let these phrases drift and descend until they settle like silt on the riverbed and the water clears. I pronounce blessing upon blessing over this night. Blessing on the hours, that they not drag but flow. Blessing on the breaths, that they deepen and lengthen without strain. Blessing on the tissues and cells, on hormones and neural pathways, on the hidden repairs accomplished as you rest in me. Blessing on your heart, that it is guarded. Blessing on your mind, that it is kept. Blessing on your spirit, that it hears me even in sleep. I crown this night with kindness. I line it with mercy. I stitch it with songs you do not yet hear, but your soul will remember. Hear my declaration and receive it as accomplished. I bless you and keep you. I make my face shine upon you and am gracious to you. I lift up my countenance upon you and I give you peace. I hedge you behind and before and lay my hand upon you. Underneath are the everlasting arms. I am your shade by night. I keep you from all evil. I keep your life. I am with you. Therefore, you are not afraid. I appoint this peace not as a fleeting moment, but as a seal. I sign my name across your night. I stamp your thoughts with belonging. You are mine, not your anxieties. I bind the peace you receive now to the mercy that will greet you in the morning, so there is a continuous cord between night and day. You will rise steadier, not because you fought harder, but because you rested in me. You will rise clearer, not because you solved it in the dark, but because light will meet you with answers, or with patience enough to walk them out. You will rise kinder to yourself and others, carrying the quiet you learned here into rooms that forgot what quiet felt like. You will move at the pace of grace, not panic. You will speak with measured words. You will choose from trust, not haste. I commission you into the day that waits beyond these hours. I send you not as one depleted, but as one replenished. You will carry peace as your atmosphere and blessing as your intent. You will find that what pressed you shrinks under sunrise and under the weight of my presence. You will meet conversations with gentleness, decisions with wisdom, interruptions with composure, and needs with a simple yes or no guided by my spirit. I have already gone ahead. I have already made a way. I have already placed manna on the path you have not yet stepped upon. Now, my child, rest under this covering. I have spoken. It is established. Angels take their posts. Peace stands guard. Fear is dismissed. Accusation is silenced. Panic is refused entrance. Your breath moves like a slow tide. Your body yields to the kindness written into its design. My word hums over you like a soft hymn. The night is mine. You are mine. All is held. When you wake, gratitude will be the first word in your mouth. When evening returns, this door will be open again. In a moment, I will invite you to return to this place night after night until peace becomes your default. For now, close your eyes and be kept. I am here. I do not sleep. I rejoice to keep you. My child, let this not be a single night's mercy, but your way of living under my voice. Return here, night after night, until peace becomes your default. No striving, only abiding. Mark this place as your refuge. Set your attention to come back whenever evening falls. I am forming a rhythm in you, a steady river that will meet you whenever the house grows quiet and the mind tries to rehearse its battles. Doors of grace open again and again, brief sacred spans whenever you choose my word over your worry. Choose now to keep this pattern, so that this well is always near. Subscribe where these nightly scriptures gather. Let them find you when darkness gathers early or late. If this brought quiet to your racing thoughts, like this message, so it reaches those still fighting wakeful rooms. Send this to one person who has been fighting the night with their thoughts. Become a carrier of peace to the one you love. Add your voice as witness and as prayer. Comment, tonight my mind is quiet in God's word. And if you want, leave your prayer request for restful sleep and peace. I see, I answer, I draw near to the humble whisper. Return and return again until your body remembers before your mind does, and calm meets you like an old friend at the door. My child, keep listening, keep resting. I am with you.